At some point, every woman has once been told, you cannot do it. But what if these words become our fuel instead of our cage? In this episode, we are going to talk about breaking barriers and defining limits as women. We are your hosts, Grace Adams, and
Karen, yeah.
welcome to our podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment your views on the topic. Welcome, Sierra.
Okay. Have you ever noticed how quickly women are put into boxes? You're told by this age you should get married, by this time you should have kids, by this stage you should slow down your ambition. But here's the truth. Those limits are not laws. They're just stories that society repeats until we believe them. Today we're talking about women who refuse to shrink themselves, women who challenge culture expectations, and women who are bold enough to break barriers and defy limits. And one of the biggest barriers women face starts with culture expectations. This idea that your worth is tied to marriage, love, and children, and there's a clock ticking over your head. Let's talk about that first. And that's exactly where that's exactly where we're starting today. Why women should stop waiting for a chance and instead create the chance that will carry them forward.
According to what we have had and according to the relations of today's topic, these are some points that we're gonna talk about today. And this is gonna be a very long journey, like a very long one. Yeah, because this is so interesting. And the points are we are going to divide the points according to barriers and the ways to overcome. And some points will be stated as barriers, but the ways to overcome will be explained inside the points. And these are some points that we have cultural and social expectations. Another point is gender stereotypes at work, fear of judgment, lack of access to resources. These are some barriers. Yeah. Cultural and social expectation, gender stereotypes at work, fear of judgment, lack of access to resources. And this is some ways to overcome which are redefine success for yourself, invest in your power, turn judgment into fuel, seek mentorship and be a mentor, build your voice and visibility, set boundaries, build supportive networks, educate yourself, and be strategic. Okay, my first point is cultural and social expectations. I guess this has been explained much in this in the in the the story in HR. What you just say in the introduction. Okay,
Yani umetaja story in English. Alafu unaniuliza
I
inaitaje.
I know, right?
Anyways, from what I
I
said,
think
yeah.
I think this it's explained much from what you said in the introduction. Anyways, in our families and in most African societies, it's like we live in a life that we are planned. The life that we are living, it's already planned by our parents or by the society and by everyone that's surrounding us. We are being told to like you have to study until this age. After this age, it's a must for you to go to it's a must for you to go to maybe college. After a certain age, we all have to get married. After getting married, we have to commit to our husbands and our families. But where is the sense of you should but where is the sense of working hard? But where is the sense of finding your own dreams? We are all born the same, we and the men. But why is it that we are the ones who are made to like be home people and not work on ourselves and not work on our success? Because I don't think in this world when we are born when we are born we are born maybe like men have powers, women have no, we were all born the same and we are all born with no one knowing anything. So I guess
Mm.
these expectations that the culture and and the society keep for us is one of the things that hinders us like a lot and a lot and a lot in reaching our goals, and which and in which most people, like most ladies, have the fear to like go against them because they get scared to be abandoned by their family. They get scared to be separated from the clan. Like that's all they always think of. Eh?
Do people actually get nini? They get stay abandoned by the family because they don't want to get married and have
Yes,
kids at a certain
yes,
time.
yes. There's a lot of people in like a lot of societies. Okay, it's not that they get abandoned because they don't want to like get married in the right time. No. Okay,
Mm,
the getting married, it's in one of the things that the society and and our families have kept it like by 25 you should be married. When you reach 30 you're not married, then you are cast or something. They always think of that. But
mm,
but but apart from that, in the everyday life, in the process of women finding themselves, in the process of women finding their success, there are some stuffs women do, maybe like maybe their parents be like, you should not work, you should wait for your husband so that you can start working, you should wait for this so that I can do this. Or there are some works in which, like mostly this social media works, like works that involve social media, even if it's something respectful, as long as it's something that it's concentrated on social media, most families are usually like, you're not my child. I didn't raise you to come and work for the media. I didn't, and that's when they be telling them like, you have to choose. Are you choosing us, your family, and our respect, or are you gonna go out of our clan? If you like deny
mm,
whatever they're saying, they be like, you should go out of our clan. We don't know you and we don't recognize you. If you want us to recognize you, you have to be you have to be everything else, and you have to be everything that we want you to be. And a very good example in this series, Young from a South African, the Namibian
mm.
guy, he's Namibian, I guess. The new guy that came in, the one who is
Yeah,
bold, who loved Fantana, who liked Fantana in the
right.
series. Do you remember the guy? Anyways,
Yeah.
if if you look on the story of the guy, like in the series, how he's narrating his story, he's separated from his family, from his whole clan. Like there's no one that wants to associate with him, and if you associate with him, you're also gonna be moved from the clan and from the society, because he decided to work on social media. He decided to do stuffs like concentrate on works, and concentrate on works that will profit him. And works that will profit him works. Okay, I don't know how these spiritual people keep this, but they keep it as, if you work hard and if you get money, then you're not someone of God, you're someone of the world. Then that's how they keep it.
Mm,
Anyways, so he doesn't he has never even gone to speak to his family. Like for all those years, he has never been with his family. He has never done anything. Like he's always alone. He's always struggling alone. He doesn't even know his mother's face right now, how it resembles, or anyone, because just imagine, even her mother is scared of associating with him, because if he associates with him, he's gonna be she's gonna be cancelled, and she's scared of being cancelled. Now you see the audacity this Namibian guy did. Most women,
mm,
this thing is mostly in most women, like in the society. If men decide to work and decide to do stuffs that will make them busy, or that will make them earn a lot of money, if men decide to do that, it's always like it's fine. But if it's women, that's when the line comes. That's when they start and being like, you're a woman, how can you do this? You should stop. And any That's when, and most men are always ready to abandon their families and start on themselves, so that they can reach their goals and be successful. But most women, they are very scared, like very scared. They are ready not to do anything. They're ready not to explore their success journey. They're ready not to do anything just because they can have the respect in their families. They can not they can and just because they're scared of of disappointing their parents, the society that's looking at them, and yeah. And that thing is something that's it's limiting us a lot in reaching our goals of success. And trust me,
Yeah.
if women are not gonna change in that aspect, are not gonna decide to take the risk and just do what they think this is right. Okay, you don't have to do what's wrong. You have to do what's right. So trust me, if women are not gonna stop this thing of being scared to work hard, to work on their success, there is nowhere they're gonna reach, and there is nowhere they're gonna see the light of success. They're always just gonna admire some people online. Like, be for reals. If you see someone online and you're like, oh my god, I wish to be this guy, why don't you do it? Why are you always like, you admire this guy, you admire. Like, if you admire that person, like, just go and start doing what you think this thing will also reach, will also make you reach somewhere. But they and I'm telling you, women will always stay, like most women will always stay and will always be like, this is my admirer, I love what she's doing, I love this about her, I love this about her. But no one is ever going to admire your success even for one day, because we are scared to be abandoned, we are scared to be left alone, we are scared to be to be seen as any, to be disrespected. Like the respect that we have for our families and the respect that we want our families and the society to give us, it's something that we all care about, more than even what we want for ourselves and for our future and for our generations. Yeah, if women don't decide to follow what they want and what they and decide to like focus on their dreams and their success and everything they wanna be big with, if they don't decide to take the risk and not focus on what their families say, or what the society will say, trust me, they're gonna reach somewhere, and they're gonna and when they reach at that pace and that phase, even these people who they were like, why are you doing this, you're a lady, you should do this, you should do this and not do that, yeah, all the stuff, they're they're also gonna be the people and the first people to come and be like, this is our relative, this is, I know Grace, I know Sia, this is, okay, that and that's how it always is. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I have to say. Like, women, if we don't wake up, we're always gonna look at men succeeding and look at and admiring other people while they're succeeding, while we stay there and be like, women are meant to wait to be given, and we will never see success in our lives.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Period.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so on my side, on cultural expectations, um, yeah, you said most of the things that I wanted to say, but also, um, do you know Sophiology? I don't know if you know her. She's this Nigerian vlogger. She does YouTube. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, she was saying that there's this thing that she was being told that, as a woman, you're not supposed to like buy a house. You have to wait until you're married so you can buy a house with the husband. Yeah. So like she was sticking to that narrative, you know, what her I guess her relatives were telling her. But it reached a point where she's getting older and she just needed somewhere for like security. And also she decided to buy a house. And I didn't know that women are told that in society, like you should not buy your own house. You have to wait for your
Sierra,
husband so you can buy your own house.
I think you come from a very Wazungu family. This is not in Africa. Like it's very normal, like very normal. Like
Mm,
Africans, most African societies are like they're there to torture women. They're there to like make women very submissive and very. You were born not to do anything apart from bearing children and and being the mothers of the house. That's how Africans and almost every African society, that's how they do it. That's why have you never seen like have you never had stories, because if you come from this, if you come from these sides which they are very classy and stuff, you won't know these things, but
mm,
I'm so sure you ever heard of these stories. Have you ever heard of these stories? They be like, people be like, my mom saw this lady on online and then she was like, why is she posting herself on social media? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing this? This is not what women should do. Oh, have you ever seen like someone,
mm,
you tell someone like you should post, you should post yourself, this picture is so nice, and literally the picture is very, it's very respectful. It doesn't even have any disrespect. It's very respectful.
mm.
But she'll tell you, when my mother sees me, when my auntie sees me, she'll go tell my mother. I'm very scared. Have you never seen that?
Yeah, I've
Those scenarios.
seen.
And why is that? It's because this is how almost every African society and African culture, that's how they treat women. And that's how they make women as any, it's not fair, not fair at all. And I don't know why women, they be like they are bound to that idea, and they also agree and use it on their children. Like literally at some point we women be like those women. It's not me, because I cannot stay and and see my future being destroyed just because of pleasing these clans, societies. Any, I can't do that. Okay, some women,
Mm,
like other women, I'm so sure at some point they're always like, when I grow up, I will make my children this way. My children will not follow the footsteps I went through, because I've never, because any like they have passed through very bad situations. But it's them, the same people, when they born their children, they're gonna pass them through what they pass through, and then they be like, I cannot pass through this, and you not pass through that. You have to pass through what I passed through. When the parents be like, why is your child doing this? Why is your child doing that? And then they will just change what they have. It's like their brains are hypnotized. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, because in normal sense, if you know that this any we all know that what they are doing is not right, and if you are seeing that and you know that, you should like wake up
mm,
and be like, no, I'm not gonna go with this. But we don't go with that. We stand there and we agree to everything we are being done, and we find it very fine and very respectful. That's and we find it very respectful that if someone else does the things that you find them not respectful, you you see that person as, this person is not doing something right, is not doing this thing right. Where are we gonna be successful in that sense? Are we gonna reach somewhere in that sense? Like there's no way I'm gonna reach, because our minds are all fed up, and they are very fine with all the things that we are being done to. Like just imagine, at this age, there are people who their parents choose for them men to marry. They be like, no, don't marry this person. You should marry this. At this age, there are men, they marry their wives, and when they marry them, they tell them, I don't want you to plait, like they shave like how you used to shave in primary. I don't want you to plait to do anything. You're gonna shave, and it's because I've married you. It's because I have brought the bride price.
That's so
What's
pressure.
the use of the bride price? The bride price is like you're coming to any that's tradition, and it's like you're coming to thank them for like taking care of their wife throughout the time he was not there, right? So that's what the bride price are for. But men nowadays, they find bride price as I have bought you. Just imagine, even parents, some parents are even scared to like decide on their child, on their children at this age, like because they are married to someone, and because he already gave, he already provided the bride price. What if it was my children, my friend? I'm gonna give you a bride price, and I'm gonna return my girl, because I cannot see my girl being tortured and like literally someone went there, she's very well taken care of, but when she the woman stays in the marriage for like a week, a month, you the mother is prettier and even more young than your daughter, and people always find it fine. They are fine, and they always say that this is marriage. Marriage is hard work. Marriage is kuvumiliana. Like you have to endure everything, and you will get successful one day. Like girls, wake up, wake up. There's no way you're gonna reach if you're gonna be these people. I wish even to cry. I don't understand why what people don't understand. Like what don't you see? What don't you see? You see the torture, but you are there. What don't you see? Ah, this is so this topic is gonna be so long, very long, because this is
It
something
is
that
going
we
to be long.
say. It's something that we see every day, but we are always like, it's fine. What's fine, my friend? Ah, maybe let me just say that if we're gonna always endure on the nonsense and on the things that find them fine while they're not fine, that while we all know that they're not gonna make us reach to our success, you will always stay admiring people. That's it. I don't know if
Okay.
I have. Okay, I know I have a lot of things to say, but they will come in like on the next points. Maybe if I have something to add. You are speaking. I wanted to tell you how Africans are.
Okay, so yeah.
Mhm.
And I feel like women should learn how to put themselves first. Of course, marriage, kids, it's something that I think even from a young age and from primary, you were busy thinking about when I'm gonna get married, my wedding, my children. Then boys are just running around
I
playing,
know, right?
and we are pretending. It's so funny. There's this
Ve-
there's this speech by Chimamanda where she said um we teach girls to look up to marriage, to aspire to marriage, but we don't teach boys the same, you know. And I think that should be a change. Yeah. And yeah, love and marriage and children can come in their own time, but I feel like a lot of women also give up on their dreams or goals just because they got married or they had kids, right? And there's also this
Mhm.
thing, sometimes men are so evil. A man can see you, can see your success, can see your potential, and they get jealous. And so they want you not to achieve your
Yes.
highest success. So they'll propose. They'll tell you, I want you to just stay at home, don't do anything, right? And you had maybe a life plan of what you wanted to do in business, in your career, and now you give it up in the name of love. That's crazy, right? Or a man
Very.
can impregnate you, then now you have 9 months of, hey, now you have to stay with the kid till it stops breastfeeding, take care of the kid and all that. It's crazy. So yeah, but like putting yourself forward is much more important. All those things
Yeah.
have a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if and nowadays there's this thing men be like, especially social media. I don't know. Okay, I know most people use social media badly, but
Mm,
not all people use social media badly. Some people use it to earn money, right? Like
mm,
earn money as in how they portray themselves right there so that they can be models of bigger brands, so that someone who has what who will need the lady or the man to work for him or her for his company to advertise anything, he or she will be able to what imagine nimesahau. He or she will be able to nini employ them so that they can work for them. But nowadays it's always like men are like, women of social media, women of this are not to be married. Women of, are they not slave? Why? It's because they post themselves. Everyone is seeing them. Everyone knows them. What's with being known? You can know someone, but do you know that person through the social media? Do you know that person in, like, inside? Like, do you know that person? Just because this person is posting herself, just because this person is doing this, and that's what most women get scared of. They be like, "Why nisije nikaacha kuolewa, nisije nikaacha kufanya hiki, nisije nikakosa this, nisije nikakosa mchumba mzuri." Like, so you have to compensate on what will make you reach to your goals, so that you can meet a man who will love you with the minimum. Like, and right now most ladies are like, when I just finish college I will get married. Why are you just thinking about marriage? Okay, it's prior that we're all gonna get married. We all want to get married. That's there. We all want children. I also want a family. I want a husband, like a very loving one. But my friend, it's better to marry late than rushing. Anyways, good luck, and good luck to us who were waiting to be admired and to be like, well, she did this, she did that. Can you do that?
mm,
Anyways, we are the same people who we like who we like keep ourselves far from our success, and yet we stay blaming people. Like, okay, we know it's the society that's the reason, but you could have stayed and gone against the society, but you're just
yeah,
too
fought for
scared to
it.
be left alone, and that's your problem. It's not their problem. Yeah, anyways, I'm done. And I don't think kama nitaongelea kuhusu the ways to overcome kwa sababu I guess I have added it already. See it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Okay. Second point. And then Mimi.
yeah, it's you.
Okay. Stereotypes
Mm-hmm.
and uh Stereotypes women face. So I'm going to mention some sentences that you've probably heard as a woman, and I'm going to ask you to rethink, all those statements. A woman's place is in the home, though this is a bit outdated, but yeah. She's too ambitious, no man will want her. Women are too emotional to lead. If she's successful, she must have had a man help her. She's a working mom, so she's neglecting her kids. If she doesn't want marriage or kids, something's wrong with her. And so, okay, that was the last sentence, right? These
Yeah.
sentences, I feel like in one way or another, we do hear them from maybe family or it's even sometimes friends, right? And
Yeah.
you might not think of it at that moment, but when you hear something constantly, right? Subconsciously in your head, you have that idea. And without knowing, if you're not self aware, kama ujijui, you might find yourself believing in them and even advocating for them, right?
Yeah.
But those stereotypes should not reflect how you live, right? Question
Mm-hmm.
the stereotypes and fight against them. So that was my second point, which is very short and I think very easy to understand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways. Mm-hmm.
point three, point two for
Anyways.
you.
Yeah. Point two for me. Okay. What I had for point two, it's also about stereotypes, but
Mm-hmm.
it's gender stereotypes at work. In our workplaces, it's always like when a man is ambitious, she's he's he will be named as a leader. But when a woman is ambitious, she will always be seen as, I don't know what person she thinks she is. She thinks she can do more than men. She thinks she can do this. She thinks she can do that. And she's named as someone who is very arrogant, someone who is like she thinks she can overcome everyone who she met, and which is very unfair. And that things like makes most women to be like, let me just sit and let me not work hard, because whether I work or I don't work, I will just be paid. And another thing is on the terms of payments. When okay, I don't know if this is like very common in places, but I think I have seen this somewhere, and it was and the statement was like, when a man negotiates for his payment, like for him to be increased his salary, it's always like he knows what he's doing. But when a woman negotiates to be increased their salary, it's always like, you better be grateful that you even be paid that, because you are supposed to be at home just sleeping and sitting, and you want to be added more salary. And I think this is something that's not nice at all, and it's something that's making women find themselves as very low people in the society, and they start feeling themselves that they start feeling very lowly of themselves, and it's discourages them a lot to struggle and reach at the top. Yeah.
Agreed. There's a lot of
Yeah.
discrimination in the work industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in
Anyways.
fashion actually. Which is very funny because fashion, a lot of women are interested in fashion compared to men.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of men are the ones who are designers. Like the
Yeah.
ratio of men to women is
Mm-hmm.
very, I don't know why that happens. But hey, it's society. But yeah. Also
Mm-hmm.
sexual harassment.
Yeah, okay, that's in the workplace. That's very. Anyways, talk about it. I will add on that.
Okay. So, yeah, sexual. Oh, there's this series I was watching. It's called Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's a series about this the police in New York. And basically, in one of the episodes, one of their cases, um, this woman was sexually harassed by the director of her company. So she was filing a complaint. And as she was filing a complaint, she got a message that they'll pay her a certain amount of money if she stays silent. And at first she wanted to do what? To take the money and just keep quiet. But like one of the police officers was like, you know, if you stand up and you talk about what you've experienced, it will lead to many other women, speaking up and also having the confidence of speaking up and against their what their
There's
colleagues.
a one thing, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she did do that, but she did lose her job. But even though she lost her job, she was very proud that she was able to do something, and because of her, the other women in her workplace also started filing complaints against some men in the company who were also doing the same thing. Yeah. But like sexual
Anyways, to
harassment is so heavy. So like I
yeah,
don't even know how you can find a solution for that.
and another thing. Okay, I want to add on sexual harassment.
Mhm.
Obviously, we can find a solution, and what's the solution? Is if we start working on ourselves right now, so that we can be the future bosses, and our children will not have to
Mhm.
face that. That's the only solution. Okay, to add the part of the sexual harassment part on, mostly in workplaces, like it's mostly there more in most African countries. So, mentioning names of countries or places in these situations, it's always like you are destroying someone's country. But in most countries in the world, most women, they don't get their okay when you go like file for an interview, right? So that you can get a position in a certain work. There's this memes nowadays, like they portray what's happening. There's this meme. It's saying that I went to ask for a job. I went for a job interview, and when I reached there, I found my opponent, the other person doing the interview, has big butts. Like she's well carved and she's like very thick. And then I decided to like go back home because literally you know that you're not gonna get that work because because most works in Africa and in the world nowadays, it's always like the interviews thing, it's always there just to keep people to make people know that this place does interviews, but in reality they always they always engage in sex with the people who they're doing interview with them. And if you agree to engage with them, that's when you get the work. If you don't agree, you don't get the work. That's how it is. Yeah. And it's very bad, it's very sad, but most women are used to it, and they're always like, well, I want the work, so I will just do it. I will just be like this, so just be like this. Okay, if we are all gonna be that way, like, do you think these men will stop doing that? But if every woman would be like, I don't want, do you think the people the people like choosing people to work, they will stay and leave their place open. Obviously they will have to to kuajiri kufanya nini?
Employ.
Obviously they will have to employ someone, and so that they can employ, they will use fairness, and it won't be as how it's always. And the only solution is us women standing up and following our dreams and finding our own money and building our own companies, so that we can come help the people in the future, so that we can come in the future, as how there are a lot of men CEOs right now. There should be also a lot of women CEOs and women owners of different companies and different workplaces. So that in the future women should not face this thing of they have to be used their bodies so that they can get work, or so that they can do this. Anyways, I think that's the only solution. And if we are gonna stay here and do nothing, then I guess there's no solution. We'll always be like,
Yeah.
he harassed me, he did this, he did this. We'll always be sorrow, and we'll always be like very sorry to ourselves. But is there anything that's gonna change? Yeah. We all know that there is nothing that changes in this world if you don't put an effort. Complaints without any efforts, complaints without anything to change what you want, to change whatever you wish to be changed, it won't change anything. Otherwise, to just make the situation worse, and you
Mhm.
will always keep crying, and we will always tell you like, that's life. That's what everyone faces. That's what this. That's what that.
Mhm. Also,
And and another thing on your
uh-huh.
points on your point of stereotypes, there's this that you said that there's this stereotype you mentioned when a woman is seen successful, that there is a man behind this. Like, girls, please just move that out of your head. And that's what making a lot of girls just focus on finding rich men apart from finding their own money. Like, please work hard. There's no money for free in this world. There's no
Yeah.
something that will just come to you right there. There's nothing like that. You have to work hard, and don't think every woman out there, every person you find a body out there does does any does
Sells
things,
herself out.
or any doesn't do things for herself. Like, people work hard, people struggle.
Mhm.
Anyways, when I always struggle, and then people are always there like, I know there is a man there. Like, if one day I find someone speaking that stupidity in front of my face, you will tell me if that man is your uncle or your father. Like, are you dumb? Anyways, that's it. I just wanted to emphasize on that because
Mm,
women are so stupid, and they're always like, you have to be lucky to get that man. Why don't you be your own man? Like, for reals.
yeah.
It's always so annoying. Very annoying.
Mm, it
Anyways,
is.
that's it.
I agree. And also, women, when we reach in those high positions, right? We should also look around to help other women, in lower places, right? Like, we should uplift each other. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be like this competition of who's the best and who's blah blah blah. No. I think we should all help each other because we're the only ones that understand how it is living in a society where you're discriminated, people don't believe in you just because of your gender. So yeah, I think I can finalize with that.
My other points on the barriers, it's fear of
Mhm.
judgment. Okay, in our societies, people will always talk, and we always look at stuff and like, kufuatilia kufanya nini?
Follow up.
Okay, people will always look on stuffs and follow up on people, like different people, and with
Mm-hmm.
that they tend to talk, they tend to judge, they tend to do different judgments. And I think most women are always scared to be judged. Like when someone feels like it's always like, how will she see me? How will my parents find it? How will my relatives do this? How will this person find me? How will this like just let them judge you. It's not you, it's what they think of you. And literally you can't enter in someone's head and force them to think highly of you or force them to think very respectful of you while they decided to make it to think very badly of you. And I guess and I guess if most women know that if and know that judgment doesn't change anything either ways, it just makes them like kukata tamaa kufanya nini, it just makes them to
Mm,
like give up. It just makes them give up, and they tend not to do anything and just sit there and go according to what it will please everyone. Anyways, you can't please everyone in the world. Even if you do something right, there are people who would just hate you. So I think
yeah.
the thing of getting scared of what this person will think about you, or this person will think about you just because of you working hard, of you doing this, we should stop this. And I guess to avoid this much, we have to look on the circle of friends that we have, or we have to look on the people we are accompanied with. Some or even the amount of friends you have. You find someone is like friends with 100 people, and you want to please all those 100 people. Like, are you God? Even God, there are people who hate him. Like, he does nothing wrong. In fact, he helps them. He gives them like the life, the any he blesses them, but they hate him. And you want to be friends with all those people, and you want all those people to be happy with what you're doing. I guess if we learn not how to have friends, or having just a small number of friends, even one or two friends, even one, even you shouldn't have friends. If we learn how to not have friends, that's how it will be easier for us to reach where we want to be. I think this will help us a lot. And because of that, if and because of not having friends, it will always be like you won't like, what if I get money? What will my friend think of me? What if I do this? What will this person think of me? What will this like you won't have time to please everyone. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. And
To add
do
to
you have
add
any
on
add
that,
on? Mm-hmm.
yeah. I wanted to say, there's this thing that I always say to myself is people's opinions of me have nothing to do with me. It's just
Yeah.
theirs. Unless maybe they come in front of me and tell me, Karen, I hate you because this. Then I'll be like, okay. Because what I can change. I can change it. I can change myself for the benefit
Yeah.
of other people who are not living my life, you know? But like if you're
Mm-hmm.
being like a really mean person, a very bad person, maybe you can have some room for change. But if people are constantly trying to make you accommodate them and live your life for them, if that makes sense, then hey, start hanging out with other people. But also
Yeah.
on friendships, I wanted to add on that as well. Um, okay, if not everybody is able to be alone. Okay? Not everybody is able to be alone. So like if you think that you cannot be alone at all, then find one friend. Or it can even be a parent or a cousin, just one person that you can talk to. And you don't have to tell them everything about your life. Just someone that can help you. You know, sometimes you need to talk to someone. Maybe you have thoughts and all that just to relieve your stress, laugh. Yeah. But if you are able to be alone, you're comfortable with your loneliness, um, well, then it's fine. Yeah. But you're not alone actually. Yeah, you're always with God. You're never alone actually. So you're always with God. So even when you're by yourself, you have a friend which is God. So yeah.
Okay, let me add something on being alone. I don't
Mm,
think I don't think being alone means loneliness, because
mm,
it's more of what your company is like. Who is your company? Like, who do you talk to every time? And those are your friends, right? Like,
mm,
it's fine not to have friends, like not to have people to talk to every time, because these are the same people that always go behind your back. This and okay, and not having friends, I don't mean as in you should not talk to anyone at all. No, I don't mean that way. Okay, the people you study with, the people you have studied with, you all talk to them, but are they your friends? You know, the definition of a friend is different from the definition of knowing someone. Knowing someone is different from being friends with that someone. It's like, let's say me and my classmates in school, like the HG members, I know them,
mm,
but they're not my friend. I know them. Okay, if someone is my friend, I only have one friend, Sonia.
mm,
But others, I just know them. And some people who they were my friends those days, but right now they're not people that I can say they're my friends, because if you're friends with someone, then I think there has to be something right there. Like, you guys have to know about each other. That's what I think that's what friendship is. But if you don't talk to me, you don't do anything, we don't even associate. It's like you come talk to each other after 2 years, 3 years, and be like, "Oh my god, I missed you." Is that a friend? And that's when you tell that person your stuffs, that person will
mm,
go tell other people, and there's no way you will start flatting and blanting and be like, "Oh my god, this person betrayed me." She didn't betray you. It's your brain that went and tell that person what you should not have said. Anyways, that's my point on friends. And any not having friends doesn't mean you should not know people. You can know
mm,
everyone, you can know the whole world, but are they your friends? That's what I mean with friendship. Even when I say that even when I say, like, you should, like, your friends should only be yourself. Even your parents sometimes is not your friend. Do you know why I say that? Because okay, it's not that our parents are bad people. No, they are nice people. But are you sure your parents is someone who, when you go tell that person something, your parents will be like, will act as if I want to help you and I want to advise you? Will she act that way? Will he act that way? Because most African parents, we when you go tell them first, we don't tell them anything, because we know when you go tell them something,
mm,
they'll be like, "What told you to do this?" They'll start shouting on you. They will just decide on what they think it's on you, and they won't be your friend. That's why it's always like, your parents are your parents, but are they someone you can tell your secrets? If it's someone that you can't tell, you can't even come and tell, it's not must be a secret. You can't even come and tell that person, like, I want this, I think I need to do this and this and this, can you please advise me on this? And that person will not advise you. Then I think that's not a friend. And you should count yourself as you don't have friends, because I think most people in this generation, they take consideration marriage on having friends with everyone, with any talking to everyone, when they talk to everyone, they be friends with everyone. That's when they find it fine. But but it's the same reason they're always like complaining. And I know a lot of people like who they're like friends, they tell people that they're friends and they're always working together, but but when they're out from that group,
Mm.
Umbea starts. I hate this girl. You walk with her everywhere. You talk to her every day. Why do you hate her? I'm just doing
Also,
it so
yeah,
that she cannot. Are you serious? Stop being friends with people that
I
you.
want to add on that. I think people should normalize not speaking to, like, you don't have to speak to everyone. If you feel like,
Yeah,
okay, this person doesn't make me feel comfortable, and don't speak to them, because if you force yourself, you're going to start hating them, and then you're going to start going around to people, oh, she's this, this, this. You don't have to talk to her. You don't have to speak to
yeah.
her. Mm, okay,
And that's
understood.
what I mean. And that's what I mean with friends and knowing people. Like you can know that person, but she's not your friend. That's why I always say like I am my own friend and God is my friend. Because it's better that way more
Mm,
than telling yourself this is my friend, but the energy you get is
it's weird.
so. That's what I mean. And not
Mm,
having friends doesn't mean you're lonely. Like you can have no friends and be very happy because it's not loneliness. It's not that you don't talk to people. You talk to people, but when it's necessary. Yeah. And my
okay.
last point is lack of access to resources. On lack of access to
Mm-hmm.
resources, it is very clear. Like like if we don't have the resources to start what we think it will help us on our success, then I don't think we're gonna reach anywhere, and I don't think there's any success you're gonna achieve. So where do we get the resources? That's how. That's what we will discuss on the ways to overcome.
So now we're going to talk about the ways that we can overcome these barriers that we face as women in the society. So number one for me is setting boundaries. And from our first podcast, Grace, you said you categorized boundaries in according to time. Wait, I forgot. You you categorized boundaries according to like five different categories. I just remember that right now. But I think it's boundary
Yeah.
of your time, your I
You
don't remember.
I remember all the things I said.
But it was really
I
good.
think,
So please go
mhm,
back and watch episode 1 so you can know the categories of boundaries. But yeah, protect your time, your energy, and your focus. Learn to say no. This is so important.
mm,
Learn to say no. I actually have a friend. It's so hard for her to say no. Right? Sometimes I'm like, it's not that hard, you know, you can it's just one word. And I feel like that's because maybe she has too much empathy and she starts thinking, what will this person think if I tell them no? It's kind of none of your business as well, you
yeah,
know. Yeah. So learn to say no, but do it politely as well. Don't be mean. Yeah. Do it politely, and whatever they think of you, it's them. It does not concern you. And yeah, boundaries will help you prioritize what matters. And this can relate to um in our culture. Sometimes you should even create boundaries with your family,
yeah,
because yeah, your parents, create that boundary, your friends, even in the workplace. um there's this day we were talking, and Grace, it was a bit late and someone called you and you told me that your mom told you that the last hour, was it you, was I talking to you? But like, you were complaining that it's unprofessional
mhm.
for someone to call or to text late at night.
Yes, yes, yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
And then
So,
and 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 then I told you I will answer this person, and I was like, I he texts me, I answer this person in the morning, like early in
mm,
the morning. I see the person active, but this person comes to answer me at night. Like, is this professional? And
yeah,
it,
it's very
you can't
unprofessional.
work with someone like this. And okay, he does that. You come, you answer the person again in the morning. He texts, he comes to reply the text, like like 3 p.m., 3 p.m. in the
Mm,
evening. After he answers, you be like, let me just answer this text right now so that we can talk. But you answer that time, he comes to reply to your text 7, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Like, is this professional? It's not.
yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah.
not. I
Mm-hmm.
also had that same thing. I think you know the story, but I won't talk about it again. But yeah, it's so unprofessional. And sometimes you might think, is it because I'm a woman? If it was their fellow man,
And
you know?
and another thing, it's because of the standard you are. They they think you're someone who is like very greedy and very eager to reach somewhere. That's what they always think. That's
Mm,
and they find you very small. That's why in the levels of success, that's why they be like, she won't do me anything. But mind you, if this person was texting maybe Diamond for work, how would he react? That's
mm,
that that's what we are talking about. Respecting your boundaries, like have boundaries. Like, if someone does this, just keep it clear that I don't want this, and this person will respect your time.
yeah, it's true.
Anyways, let's continue.
Yeah. So yeah, we should set our boundaries, and also in setting boundaries, you should also know yourself, sit with yourself, understand yourself, and set your own boundaries, right? So that you
Yeah,
can know like when someone crosses that line. Yeah. So that's boundaries for me. Do you have anything to add?
I know, I have nothing to add.
Okay. Can I
if
hear
if
your
they want,
second point?
okay, if they want to hear anything extra, they should go back to the first, to the pretty isn't enough,
Character
quite
and standards
and standard
matter.
matter, and
Yeah.
in which it's like, it's in the last minutes, right? That's when we
Mm-hmm.
talked about boundaries. Anyways, my point on ways to overcome this thing,
Mm-hmm.
the barriers we're facing, is is redefining success. I think we as human beings, we have different definitions of success. My definition of success is not similar to your definition of success, is not similar to other person's definition of success, is not similar to other person's and another person's definition of success. And because of that, if you stay and you redefine, like, and you be aware of what your definition of success is, that's how I think we are gonna reach somewhere. Because if my definition of success is I have to do this by this time, and I want to reach at this level, and not follow on whatever other people will keep on me, like maybe the society, like according to the society, success is being born, being born, studying to reach your college third year, getting your certificate, right? After getting certificates, getting married. After getting married, being a good wife with children and get old. That's what the society defines as success for women. But what's your definition of success? My definition of success is doing this, reaching this stage at this level, being this kind of person, being this kind of person. I guess if we all redefine our definition of success, we are all gonna be great people one day. And talking about the people we look up to, if these people decided to follow on what their societies have put for them. Like, you should get married, you should do this by this, you should do this by this, you should stay at home, you should do this. Would they be right here where we all like look up to them? No, they won't be right here, but they took the risk. So I think we all have to know what we want for our lives, and we all know what we want for our lives. So just sit down, like even just sit down right here right now, after this, after listening to this, or after seeing this part, sit down, write on everything that you think. I want to reach, I want to be this kind of person, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be this successful. And write the strategies that you think when you follow these steps, you're gonna reach that place. And start doing, start working, don't give up, have patience, do everything. And you will tell me if one day you're not gonna be this the like one among these other people that I always talked about, and I always be and people, they always like, I wish I was this person, I wanna be like this person.
Mm.
And one thing to add on this, like ladies, you should know the journey of success needs sacrifice. Like, you will
Yeah.
sacrifice a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things you will have to leave aside. There's a lot of people you have to leave behind. There's thing a lot of manners you will have to stop doing them so that you can reach there. And without sacrifice, you won't reach anywhere. So even if you are always used to this, you will have to sacrifice that so that you can reach your success. There's also patience, consistency. These are things that we all know. Like, when you work hard, work smart, hard, always be patient and pray and be consistent. We are all gonna be successful one day if we are all gonna follow our definitions of success. But if your definition of success is similar to what the society thinks, then you are good to go. That's what that's what will mean as success to you. And we have no right to interfere with the definition of success if that's what means to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to add on that. A lot of people do say that you ask them, what is like your biggest goal in life? And they say, I want to be a millionaire, right? I personally do not find it as a goal. I find it as an outcome of something.
Oh,
So
yes.
if you ask me, I'll say I want my brand to be one of the nini the most
More,
known, the well
yeah.
known brands in the world. And of course, when
Mhm.
it reaches there, it means I'll have the money. Maybe I'll even have more than a million. So I think people should also like, if you want to be a millionaire, find that's the outcome. Find the source
Yeah.
of your millions. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's that's nice. Uh-huh.
Okay, my point. I feel like we have similar points, yeah?
I know, right? Let's continue. Let's continue. Anyways, if something is like very similar, and like the other person will just have to add on it a little bit.
Okay. My next one
Yeah. If
is building supportive networks. Do you have that point?
Let me see. No, that's your point. That's
Okay.
your point.
Building supportive networks. I feel like networking is very important. If you're
Hmm.
trying to, if you have a goal of reaching somewhere that you don't have access to directly, meeting
Yeah.
people that can help you um go to those places, reach those places is very important. So you should always look at the people you spend time with, um uh, what you do in your spare time at times. And
Hmm.
yeah, I think there's not much to say about that because I feel like people do understand when I say you have to build a supportive network. And sometimes
Yeah.
actually the people who are around you might, they might not align with your goals or the places that you want to reach. So push yourself and move to those environments where you'd find people with that similar mindset as you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, my next point is build your voice and visibility. This is mostly to those women who they're always like, I wish to like model for this brand. Like, okay, we most people have dreams like I wish to model for Chloe. I wish to model for Dior. But
Mm-hmm.
how are you gonna model for them if you are there hiding yourself, hiding your beautiful body, hiding your face, hiding everything from social media for them to see you? Anyways, being 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 s- being in the level of success, you have to make yourself visible to the world. Like the world
Yeah.
should know you. People should know that this person wants to be this kind of person, and that's why she's doing this thing. This person wants to reach this level of success, that's why she's doing this thing. But when you don't make it clear to people that this is where I want to reach, when you don't make it to people like clear, like I want to I want to look like this, I want to look like this. If you want to reach in the level of success that you want to reach, you have to make yourself visible to the world. You have to make yourself visible to people. People should know that this person is doing this because of this. You need, make your goals clear. Like, and I think making your goals clear, it's not a must for you to go on social media and be like, guys, I want to be a model of Chloe one day. And you don't have to say that. But what you post, what you post on your social media, what you portray, and okay, what you post, that's what portrays who you are. And we always know if someone is doing this because of this. We always know that this person's doing this. And in the midst of that, in the midst of you posting yourself and showing yourself to the world, one of your follower may have something that will need you one day, and that's when your power will be seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have to build our voice and visibility. And visibility or building your voice doesn't have to be disrespectful. You can be very respectful, but make yourself shown to the world and to people, and you will reach to the level of success that you know you're gonna reach. That's you defined it as your level of success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this points aligns more to people of the media, like most
Yeah.
people who work so that they can, even if it's not something about media. Let's say it's you have a company, right? You want to be
Mm-hmm.
very successful and you want your company to like be very nationwide or very worldwide known. How can that be if you're not gonna make it public, if you're not gonna make it known to people? Like if
Mm-hmm.
you hide your company, obviously you won't reach your goal, or you won't be you won't be that successful. You're gonna be rich, but rich in your own terms, but not rich in the terms the world may know as this is what we know as rich. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think making things public and known to the world, this helps a lot.
Okay.
Mhm.
Beautiful points from a beautiful
Yeah.
lady. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So my fourth point is educating yourself. Do you have that point?
Mm-hmm. Uh, yes, I have it, but it's yes, I have it. So just add. Uh-huh.
Okay. So education is so important, right? And we should not narrow it to what you're being taught at school. You can educate
Mm-hmm.
yourself in many different fields that can help you in life, because some people can say, oh, what school teaches us, it doesn't even apply to our lives. But education doesn't end at school. You could learn a lot from what's around you, from very influential people, or just certain topics about things that relate to your goal. For example, I'm studying fashion design, and in my course, the creative side is much like we explore the creative side and the business side, right? But that doesn't stop me from um going, finding books, talking to people who are in the business industry and asking them questions and trying to learn how to start a business, how to make my business successful, because knowledge is
Mhm.
power. Also, knowledge is what, how can I say this, knowledge can be used as capital. Rich kids, these very rich kids, hey, those rich kids, rich kids, their parents send them to the top schools, you know, and
Yeah,
when they go there, I think the intention of the parents is not only having the education, but also meeting people and networking with people so that they can have like those connections in life.
yeah,
So even if you're able later on, maybe what you're doing right now at school, you don't like it as much. When you're older, you can even apply to these short courses and find people that you can connect with. Yeah. And okay.
are you done?
Uh, yeah, I think
Anyways,
that's about education.
I okay, I have something small to add on education, and
Mm-hmm.
I think education. I think education is a very powerful tool for for success. And why is
Mm-hmm.
that? Because in the journey of success, we keep learning every day, and you can't know everything because in the journey of success, we have to be like creative and
Mm-hmm.
and come with new ideas every day. How do you come with those new ideas? That's how you that's what we mean by you need to have education and you need to learn every day. And how do you learn every day? Obviously, there's always people that we always look up to, and these people are always we always keep them as mentors, right? In a journey of success, if you don't have a mentor, then I don't know what you're doing. Or if you don't know, if you don't have someone that you look up to, like, because literally they have passed through those steps, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna make it easier for you to pass through the steps. So it's better for you. It's always nice to have a mentor, and the mentor will like help you get the knowledge every day, in which you keep learning every day on your level of success. And if maybe you come to be someone great one day, you should also be someone's mentor, so that you can so that you can always remember the rules that you used to walk by them. Because literally, if you stop reminding yourselves about the rules that you always used to walk by them so that you can be successful, you're gonna forget them and you're gonna sleep. So yeah, education is something that we all need, and it's a knowledge that will help us throughout in the level of success every day and every day and every day. Yeah, so that's what I had to add.
Beautiful,
Anyway,
beautiful.
anyways, my points on
Mm-hmm.
ways to overcome. My other points is turn judgment into fuel. The
Mm-hmm.
the criticisms that people people give you, that people say about you, it always proves that it's it always proves that they see you. You know, they always say that it's better to be talked about badly more than being ignored, because not everyone that talks badly of you means that you did something bad. No, some people talk bad of you just because they hate you, or just because they have decided to do that, or maybe they have something that it's similar to yours. And how are they gonna bring you down? It's by criticizing you and by making you a hater, so that their brand should always be praised and your brand should always be on the low. So through the judgments we get, through the bad judgments, the good judgments, like, but most of the bad judgments we get, make it a fuel. Even the good judgments, make it a fuel. Like, always be like, you did this because you felt jealous of me. You did this because you know there's somewhere I'm reaching, and that should make you work hard so that one day when you so that one day you can be successful. Because trust me, if you don't be successful, all the words they were saying, they will be like, I just knew it, I just knew it, I told you guys, you should not reach anywhere, I should not do this. But when you take the judgment as your fuel, you're gonna work hard, you're gonna put a lot more efforts, and you're gonna reach somewhere. And on the positive and on the positive comments, for those who give positive comments, you should always be like thankful and grateful, and be like, at least they notice this. But don't rely your head a lot on what they are saying, but
Mm.
focus on improving, focus on being a better person. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
I have only 1 point left.
Me
Uh,
too.
okay.
Okay. The last one for me is being strategic.
Mm-hmm.
Think about your goals, opportunities, and challenges. Plan your moves, um, leverage your strengths, and know when to push forward or take a step back. Strategy transforms effort into results. I feel like sometimes people do wake up. There's one thing, eh? It's one thing having ambition and having goals, right? And there's another thing is actually working towards your ambitions and your goals and putting the effort to it. You can't just wake up one day and say, I have to work hard. What are you working hard on, right? So, um, categorize your, can I say categorize? Like plan. Yeah, make a
Yeah.
plan of how you want to reach to your success. Maybe from this for 2 years, I'll be doing this. I'll concentrate in getting more knowledge on this, and I'll start slowly. Then the other year, I'll do so you can have like a focus, and you to avoid like confusion on what you're doing. Yeah. So that's about strategy. I feel like it's very easy to understand, and it's just for you to sit down and plan.
Yeah. And to add more on concentration, like, yeah, I don't know what to say. I guess you mentioned about it. To add more on concentration though,
Mm,
like, I think for it being easier to be successful, you don't have to keep your mind on a lot of things. Always concentrate on one thing first, or if it's two things, you can concentrate on them both. Concentrate on two things first. After that, then you will go to the next step. Like, go step by step. Yeah, that's it.
okay. Let's hear your
Anyway,
points.
my last point is
Mm-hmm.
invest in your power. What's your power? I think
Mm-hmm.
in the journey of success, your power should be knowledge and money.
Mm-hmm.
Once you have them both, yani Leon pia makelele. And once you have them both the knowledge and money, no one
Mm-hmm.
can take them away from you.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you invest in them? Like, we talked about education. You should invest in yourself. Like, you should invest in knowing more on in knowing more on what you want to be successful for. In either ways, if it's either you will go to school, you will do this, as long as you know this is something that is gonna be a journey to your success, you should invest in it. That's one. And in money, the we have different ways to invest in money. there is saving money, there is doing different things that will add up money, doing businesses, doing this. All these are ways for us to invest so that we can sponsor our dreams and be successful. And I guess this thing about ways on how to invest, like how do you invest money,
Mhm.
this should be another day's topic because I think it's something that it's very wide. Yeah. And it's something that will help a lot of people. So let's make it for another day.
Yeah. If someone tells you no, remember it might just mean not yet. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep proving them wrong. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and tell us how you found this topic and anything that you have to add on the topic as well. Bye. This is Karen Ciara and
Grace Adams. Welcome to our next episode that will be posted next week after this is posted. And please you can put points on what you think we should talk about. Yeah, we are happy to talk about things that you want us to say.
thank you so much. Love you guys.
Bye.